Hey there everyone, today I'd like to take a casual peek into my response to the TheReviewSpot's 2010 census, getting to know you, the collector. I am actually getting back into the action figure hobby after a break. I just got back starting in January of this year, and I'm going to limit my answers to the DC Universe Classics line, which is the action figure line I got back into. So to get started, question number 1, how long have you been collecting this line? Usually your first purchase is the starting point of your collecting, but for me I think it's kind of different. I actually purchased a DC Universe Classic figure back in early 2009, the Wave 3 Nightwing. But I was not collecting at the time. I actually just saw the Nightwing in the store, and I thought it was really cool because Nightwing's my favorite DC superhero, and I went ahead and bought it. But I did not actually start collecting the DC Universe Classics line until January of this year, with the purchase of the question. So I consider my answer to be January of this year. Question number 2. What is the origin of your YouTube name? My YouTube name, Aetherus, is actually going back to the beginnings of EverQuest. The first EverQuest back in 1999. I actually started a character, a barbarian shaman named Aetherus Winterwolf, and that's where my YouTube name comes from. The 69 portion, it's don't put your mind in the gutter, it's actually from the year of my birth. Aetherus by itself I believe was already taken, so I just added the year of my birth to my YouTube name. Okay, for question number 3, from the toy line you've been collecting, what do you think is the best figure or toy from that line? You don't have to necessarily own the toy, just what do you think is the best toy made to date? I'm not sure about how to answer this question, because from my viewpoint and experience, there are a lot of toys that have turned out to be a lot better once they're out of the package, or you've actually seen them in person, and I've seen trying to base a decision on the best toy based off of pictures off the internet or a video. It's kind of hard for me to decide, but so the best way for me to answer that question would be one I've actually seen, and the best one I've seen so far is the Kilowog. And I have all the parts, I just need to put them together, so hopefully it'll turn out better when I put them together. Question number 4. From the toy line you've been collecting, what do you think is the worst figure or toy ever made from that line? Now, for DC Universe Classics, I have really not seen a bad figure. All of the DC Universe figures I've come across have been actually very well done. The closest thing to a worst figure from the line, I would have to guess, would be the shark over here. Well, before I had opened him, I thought I'd hate the figure. I only bought it for the Kilowog part, and once I got him out of the package, I liked him a little bit better, because of the goofiness of the guy, but I don't consider him a bad figure, but he's the weakest figure out of the entire DC line. Question number 5. Of all the figures or toys made, what is the one toy, if you could pick anyone, which would you like to see them redo and improve upon? I had to think about this one, and the only one I think that I would have Mattel redo for DC Universe Classics is the Wave 1 Batman. And it's mainly my pet peeve of the blue and gray Batman and the artificial shading on the cowl. I really hate that for figures. It's the artificial shading on the cowl is really from the comic book, which is two-dimensional. And to add that artificial shading on the cowl, it looks to me very goofy. So I would, and a good example of blue and gray Batman without the artificial shading is the Public Enemy's Batman. It looks perfectly fine without that black paint on the front of the cowl. So if they were gonna redo any of them, I would say the Wave 1 Batman. Question number 6. What one character that has yet to be made into a figure would you like to see get made into a toy? It can be of a character that has already been made into a toy, but might be a different costume or look like look that you'd like to see. I'm going to try to kill two birds with one stone on this thing. If I were to like to see a character made into a toy that hasn't been made, would be Zoom, which is Hunter Solomon, which is basically Wally West's Reverse Flash. I really enjoyed the Blitz story arc when Jeff Johns and Scott Collins worked on the Flash series, and I really enjoyed that Zoom character. Now, if I wanted to make Zoom made, if they're going to make him, I'm going to already assume that they already made a Wally West Flash, because you can't really make Zoom without Wally West Flash. So Wally West Flash would already been made, so I would get two figures I'd really like. So, question number 7. What is the most you've spent on a figure or toy from the line, and what figure was it? Well, the most I've ever spent, I really don't like spending a lot of money on figures, especially on the secondary market, but the most I've ever spent was on the Gotham 5-pack, and I actually got a good deal for that at that. I only paid like $28 because it was on clearance. So, but that's the most I've ever spent on DC Universe Classics. Question number 8. In your opinion, what do you consider to be the holy grail from the line, and that you would like to get one day? Well, for me, for DC Universe Classics, and because it's just been so hard to find, it would be Gentleman Ghost. I've never seen that figure in my attempts to go to the stores or even the specialty shops. I just have never seen that guy, and that would be my holy grail on that. That's my responses to the census. I'd like to add one additional one, mainly because I was surprised it wasn't in the list. Basically, what is your favorite figure from the line that you collect? I guess the closest one to that question would have been the best figure ever made, but that doesn't necessarily mean your most favorite figure. And to answer that question, my favorite figure would be this guy right here, Killer Moth. I know a lot of people don't like this figure, but before I had opened him, and for a while after I opened him, the Hawkman figure was my favorite figure of all time, mainly because of the accessories, the sculpt, even the gimmick with the posable wings. I thought he was the most. I think he was my favorite figure for a while. But after I opened the Killer Moth, I don't know what it is about that guy, but that guy's just so ultra cool in his goofiness that Killer Moth is my favorite figure now. So, but this is my casual peek into my response to the TheReviewSpot's 2010 census. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.